Good morning, chat. How are you doing today? Sorry, I was being silly. I'm usually like super hyped coming in, so I thought I'd change it up. But yeah, I'm still super hyped. Is there a song to go with the cleaning? I don't know. I was just listening to today's pregame music was Five Stop Mother Superior Rain by the Flaming Lips. If you don't know that song, you should go listen to that song because it's kind of epic. Like the purple. Yeah, this is my purple anorak that I like to wear in the winter because it's thin but cozy. Cozy. I look great in purple. I feel like purple is one of my colors. I'm in on the purples. Purples. Let me catch up on some subbing because y'all. Oh, did you like subbing? Toby liked that. He was like, Re-Whistles, 71 months of subbing. Purple. I wore purples for Re-Whistles resub day. Olive Octopus Ink, 30 months of subbing. Let's go. Ink Ponies. Ink Pony. Is the purple from your parents' LSU roots? It's got to be. Like, I grew up in Baton Rouge. So just like I've always had purple, right? Purple's always been a thing in my life. Indie Dragonfly, 8 months of subbing. Let's go. Oh, and look at all these little streaks that y'all put in there. Give you like ink drops, I think I saw. So like y'all, while you're clicking like the stream link, and it would say like plus 450 ink drops. So that gets you faster to like make me do stuff. Fiendor, 30 months of subbing. Dang, nice. Thorpe Cat, 36 months of subbing. Amazing. Thank you so much, Thorpe Cat. Brill Council, 9 months of subbing. Let's go. Whoa, Toby. Rob's at 69K ink drops. Nice. Where are we at? I said Brill Council. Sherry Bobbins, 25 months of subbing. Let's go. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate you so much. See, I'm seeing all the little plus ink drops now when y'all click the string. So it's more gamification and addiction, chat, for you. I see y'all all doing it now. Oh, we get candy. We get candy. I love it. Pocket Notebook raffle arrived yesterday. Thank you again, wife. Lolled at the coffee guy. Nice. Would she have preferred bacon or eggs? Who knows? All right. Where are we at here? I don't know where I'm at in chat. But thank you all for the subs. Y'all are super kind. I really, really appreciate it. Goes a long way, and it's cool. It's fun. Manglero, good morning. Hope you had fun. I saw you stealthily in the Orlando Pelican Club pictures. I was like, I know that guy. Standing back there, stealth bombing everybody. How we doing? Look at all these streaking. Everybody's streaking, chat. No, nobody wants that, chat. Nobody wants everybody to be streaking. All right, this is what we're doing today. I'm prepped over here. I actually don't have many pins I want to clean. 250K drops. You're gonna hammer me one day with whatever you want me to do. You're gonna do a giveaway, make me ink a pin, then make me clean a pin all in one stream. I feel it coming one day, chat. What's a Pelican Hub? It's an annual Pelican get-together, like Pelican, the fountain pen brand, or the stationery brand, I should say. Yes, definitely keep your clothes on. This is a PG stream. So, what was I saying? Oh, Pelican Hub. So, yeah, it's an annual get-together that Pelican helps sponsor. Basically, like a little meeting all around the world on like one evening a year. Yeah, that's how I saw it. That's how I saw him, Steve. I was like, oh, there's Michael. You really wanted to win the PA raffle of the Denver Hub just so I could claim it was rigged? Nice. The Denver Hub looked like it was fun. Packed. So it was really cool. Yeah, it's not really PG. I just pretend. So yeah, all that stuff looked good. Rob and I, and the podcast that I keep talking about that has not been released yet, but I've already recorded it. Attempt to link to some Pelican Hub content. We'll see if it works for y'all. When we do, I have to publish that. I'm gonna do that for Thursday. So 11 or 12. I'll pre-schedule that. Stream's gonna stay at the same time on Thursday. There was no real reason to change it from 2 p.m. even though I've already recorded this week's podcast. Just give me time to catch up on shipping and do other work and stuff like that. Drum Goals was packed. Nice. Austin Hub about 60 people. There were so many people. I don't know, like, you're definitely biased towards like the recency bias thing, but every Pelican hub looked like packed, even if it was like 10 or 20 people. Like the small hubs, like they looked full. The big hubs looked gigantic. Like it was pretty cool. So pretty cool. Yeah, Rob, I keep talking about the podcast like it's published. So we have to work on that. We hit 54 this year. See, like that's like crazy to me, like in a good way. Like that's cool. I love seeing it. It's a fun event, and I love that it draws new people in the community. Yeah, packed in Indy. Yeah, it's great. It's so cool. You did on Ruminate last night? Okay, I haven't listened. Toronto was massive, 200. Nice. 2 years ago was 11. Heck yeah. Open side Morpheus, you're barely late. Like, I don't even know that I'd count you as tardy. I think you get a pass. You get a pass today. You really gonna do that all stream? So, his favorite toy had to be washed yesterday. And he's one of those pets that just, like, he knows it's in the washing machine, so he'll sit there and watch and wait. So he spent, like, over an hour just waiting. Ooh, rip. He just dropped it. 200 is wild, right? All right, let's see what emote we got. Where is it? Oh, man, I clicked the wrong button. Oh, well. Move. I had too many things on my screen. All right, there we go. The only one that I heard didn't go hot so hot was NYC No Pace. Pick up your ink and leave so someone else could get in. No way. No way. Yeah, I haven't heard anything. So interesting. I wonder who ran that one, or if we know. Not that it matters. I'm just curious. Like, someday there will be hubs in my town that you could always fire it up. You and a bunch of college kids. Like I could do one. It'd be me and Dan Lang and although, hey, shout out Palladium. Paladin Pins. It's not Palladium. Paladin Pins running up in Atlanta and hanging it out. That's good. So yeah, I keep one of these years, Chad, I'll do it. Allegedly. Fountain Pen Hospital. Oh. Was it at Fountain Pen Hospital? Or did they have a different space? Because I don't know if they've changed, but the last time at Fountain Pen Hospital, like getting into it, you have to do like this, and then it opens up in the back a little bit. Does the shipping manager have an email? No. Oh my God, he dropped his toy and he's just staring at it going. It was there, single file line vibes. Yeah, you can't get in it. I haven't been there in 5 or 6 years, but you can't, like, to get into the space, it's like single file once you get past like the first 20, 30 feet, and then it opens up. Matt from Paladin did good, saw pics and venue looked great. Yeah, that was a cool venue. That was cool. Philly was nice, but it took me 2 hours to get to location from downtown. Nice. I mean, not nice. Opposite of nice. Suck. It sucked. That's the word I'm looking for. Well, good. I'm glad, it mostly went well. It seems like. So it's always kind of like cool to see. Atlanta Hub was fantastic. It looked like a great crowd. Had to drive to over 3 hours to get to the nearest hub to me. It was worth it. See, now you're making me look bad for me. Mine would take me like an hour and a half. This guy. What do you know? We had a quiz and I didn't do very good on the questions. What were some of the questions? Can you think of like one question? I mean, I would probably stink at that too. Everything in Orlando is an hour from everything else in Orlando. Yeah. Orlando is kind of like traffic messy, isn't it? Drive to Toronto Hub was an hour and a half. See? Did everyone get the random Pelican ink boxes? That's what I heard a lot of. Like it was some of the current ink and then some of just like a mixture of randomness. There you go, buddy. You got it now. You got random ink, yeah. If I held one here, it'd probably be me and the Lamy only office store manager. I mean, German brand, knock it out. You got 40 apricot and 14 assorted. 3 different ones. Yeah, I think that must have been the recurring theme. Everyone on our hub got tanzanite. A lot of people would say that's a better choice. Apricot's fine. Apricot's not everyone's jam. I get it. You got a rock. Did you wind a piece of string around it? Whole grip got tanzanite. Tanzanite's probably my number one. I almost brought a whole tip bottle of tanzanite to unload. Not your favorite. No, well, it's a blue black. Like tanzanite's a blue black, and I like it. Hub got tanzanite. God, a lot of tanzanite. Tanzanite must not be so hot. I think actually probably topaz is probably their best. But I like tanzanite. And then obviously Mandarin's pretty good. Tanzanite's my working ink. Yeah, I think tanzanite's great. You got a prosthetic for it. There you go, Evan. Evan gets me. Oh, so they actually sent some topaz to people. That's a surprise. That's got to be the best sell. That's got to be the number one seller, I would imagine. Morning, Brooklyn Becca. We're just waking up too. I have coffee today. Sponsored by Uniball, the best pens on the market. Just kidding. This is not a sponsored episode. I'm gonna start doing Twitch sponsor segments soon. Just kidding. I'm not kidding. I mean, I am kidding. Someone gave me their topaz. Yeah, topaz. Like I think topaz has to be number one selling. Where's matcha? Is matcha here? Just to get on me. That's why there are no ad breaks in the stream, right? Yeah. We don't have. I mean, I'm not opposed to a sponsored deal, but it'd have to be like a pen shop. I do enough other stuff. I don't have to do all the things. Except, you know what I'm not going to do is chat, which they keep trying to get me to do. What's the damn Stream Elements email that I keep getting? Kingdom Rush, maybe? Is it Kingdom Rush? One of those games. You got Mandarin. Nice. I don't know. They keep wanting me to play one of those money games, you know, like free to play, allegedly. Hubs did get road course. Luna came with you. Nice. Nice. What's Smoky Quartz? Is that an ink? Is that one of their inks too? I traded my tanzanite with someone for apricot. Now that's a good deal. It has no ads, and on the slots when you can win real money. I get like actually Roblox, like the ones I get. I don't know if it's Kingdom Rush. All those games run together for me. You don't even like apricot jam? That's good stuff. When Needle Girl makes it, that's the good stuff. Smoky Quartz, yeah. Yeah, I like Smoky. Smoky Quartz is one of those inks I was like, I will not like this ink, and it's pretty good ink. Are there any bad Edelstein inks? I would ponder that question. I mean, there's some people like more than others, but I think they're pretty consistently good across the board. Pen cleaning day. What's up, Inksploration? We're going to Inksplore on my desk here momentarily. So I should have done this first. All right, let's get kind of going. We can keep talking. Golden Barrel. Golden Barrel was, I'd say, probably one of the least popular ones. Like, no one talks about Golden Barrel anymore. But it was at least cool and interesting. Right. Rose Quartz, maybe the one. Yeah, maybe Rose Quartz is the bummer pants. Okay. Fair enough. Which is why I'm surprised you were seeing Topaz, Tanzanite, and Mandarin in your boxes instead of even more Rose Quartz. Do you think you would ever open a pen stationery store in the Atlanta area? You definitely have the brand credibility. I mean, I thought back when we were doing Knock, like I halfway considered it. But like, I'm just not built for retail. Like, I would just have to stop everything that I'm doing and do everything differently. And I don't want to do that. I like what I do. It has not crossed my mind in probably over a decade that I thought I would do any type of retail. Yeah, pretty please, right? It would crush in Atlanta. Like Atlanta could do with a spot. Like they don't have anything. So yeah, not that I couldn't do it. I just don't want to do. I don't want to be a retailer because that's not how my sanity does not work well when other people tell me what to do. I don't like other people telling me what to do. And by that I mean like distributors and all that stuff. Like, and I like telling people their pen sucks if it sucks. Like I'm sorry, this is not a good product. So I don't want to, and I don't want to post on Instagram 5 times a day or whatever. I don't want to always be selling. Hydrate, does coffee count? I think we decided it counts. So yeah, I would never, I am 0% interested in running retail. I'm even less interested in running my own pen show. I would open a retail store before I run my own pen show. Yeah, capitalism and Brad are not a good mix. Yeah, I'm too stubborn. Hydrate. Yeah, I value my own opinions, and even if they're wrong, I'll admit I have some wrong opinions, but I value the freedom to have them. And once you get into retail, you lose that ability. I've told y'all my jet pens story. I'll retell it for you. Well, I did work for jet pens for about a year remotely. God, that's been 15 years ago now, a long time ago. So I was doing some social media, and I was doing a Twitter AMA as not me as JetPens. I was the JetPens account on Twitter. And the questions are going good, and someone asked me like, what's your least favorite like pen? And I answered the question. And we got a letter. I mean, we got an email from the company, and I had to take it down. We had to take it down, and I got talked to. It was the Pentel Sleechies multi-pen, for the record, and Pentel didn't like that, and they emailed my boss, and they made me take it down, and then I got talked to, and yeah, I was like, man, honesty, huh? I'm not made for that. I'm not made for that, chat. Just hire your kids to work for you. True. Brad would give away his stuff more than ask for money. I would go for the money still. I would still go for the money. But yeah, I will never forget that moment. I don't remember a lot from that time. It was a pretty chill time, working, social media, copywriting, that kind of stuff, product stuff. But I'll never forget that story. And that's when I knew I was not made to work in retail. Whoops. I feel like your kids have learned a lot from osmosis. I hope they've learned some things. No conflicts of interest. I mean, there's pretty clear conflicts of interest, but I still don't let that get in the way of what I feel, right? Like, I get given products all the time. That's not going to change what I say about a product, right? So, I mean, I have massive conflicts of interest. People who work with me know what they're getting. Let's put it that way. I've been very clear with how I work and how I operate. Yeah, that's why I can't ever work for a corporation. Lamy is never going to hire me. Yeah. So like, I have advertisers, I have sponsors. I get most of my products from the people that advertise from me. I spend my money with them. That doesn't mean I don't say what I feel about the product. But guess what? Like we've always said, like I just happen to like stationery a lot. Like Carol sent me the stupid Bic Crystal that now I'm not going to shut up about it. And like everyone hates that pen, and I like it, and it doesn't mean I'm just like being contrarian for contrarian's sake or for clicks. I just happen to like the pen. Like it's okay, right? Did y'all see the Esterbrook's Peanuts collection? Yeah, we talked about it a lot when it came out. Everyone's like reasonably disappointed with that, and I understand. What about Brad's uni tattoo tells you he isn't in Big Pen's pocket? So, yeah, I think like you know what you get with me, and I just want to keep it that way. So, I have no desire to run retail. That ship has long ago sailed. Peanuts accessories are great. I do like the accessories, yeah. And Sally, again, Sally is, I think Sally's the best pen design. Sally, I think the Charlie Brown is a great pen design. It's just incorrect, right? Right, Sim? Yeah. And then Lucy and Snoopy are just... Didn't he get that tat when he did the presentation? Yeah, so the creator of the Uniball Signo RT did a pinprick Signo RT tattoo. All right. What's everyone's plans for Fountain Pen Day? Man, it's coming up quick, isn't it? No plans here. I wonder if we should... That's a week from Friday, right? Would you mind sharing what you have on the radar, Sim? Because I don't know that I have anything. I wonder if I should do... God, Friday streams are brutal for me. Yeah, I was going to say I could do like a Friday stream for Fountain Pen Day. Fridays are bad day for me to stream. Stocking up on ink. Yeah. Which multi-pen did you get from uni? Was it the bamboo one? So I got a couple. So I got the bamboo one. And honestly, my favorite was the aluminum one. And that's the one that the creator of the RT1 gave me. Which I was surprised at how much I like that one. It's so light, which makes it work because it's a wide pen, but it's ultra light. Have you seen the Atlas Fountain Pen Day doorbuster on the Platinum Maquille? No, I haven't. Oh, good news. Speaking of Atlas doorbusters, the Conklins we were looking at yesterday that I put in my cart, someone reached out post-stream and said, I have both of those pens and I hate them. Would you like to have them? So it worked out, chat. I'm going to get to review the one I was going to buy. Excuse me. Was that Nibs and Wax? I was like, cool. I'll review them and then I will pawn them off on someone else like you have done me. It was so good. I was like, yes, let's do it. Oh my God. That was so funny. Perfect solution. Exactly. So I'm going to review one or both. I might do them together because they have different nibs because one of them's the Omniflex nib. And then I will be giving them away. Yeah. I can't wait for your review and don't lie. I don't lie. Sometimes I like things though, like that people don't like. Like it's okay. There's very few pens I like actively hate, right? But I've also like when you keep hearing bad things about Conklin, it makes me not want to try them. Like I like myself more than that, right? Than to spend that money. The nibs are booty, yeah. So I will test them and then I might do some nib work on them myself and then redo it. But then you explain in the reviews like no one should have to do this, right? Yeah, life's too short for a pen you won't enjoy. I don't like spending my time writing a review, taking pictures to tell you how bad a pen is. I will do it in big situations, right? Like if a Pilot comes out with the Pilot 69 and no one knows what the number means, but it's nice. And it's actually terrible. I would rather tell you that's actually terrible than whatever the Conklin Omniflex because no one cares about the Conklin, whatever Conklin's doing. This is why I'm not a retailer, Chad. This is why I'm not a retailer. But I would rather tell you that the Pilot 69 sucks and spend time on that because my expectations have been set that they're going to make something amazing. Where Conklin, my expectations are I never need to touch this pen in my life. So I don't feel the need to go get a Conklin to tell you, yes, I am never going to touch this pen in my life. That's how I think about it. Mark you down for a tardy? Yeah. I gave away a free pass earlier in this stream, Jacqueline. You're clearly in the tardy state. So yes, you're marked down. Pilot 69 is like an E95 the CAC purposely posts over the whole body. So I think y'all know this about me, but it's still always good to like talk about it, right? And I would rather spend my time on like super like more popular stuff if they're bad than something that's bad just for me to tell you it's bad. Confirmed badness. Fountain Pen News, good morning. So, feel the wrath of my madness. So yeah. I like my Conklin stuff and it's fun. And that's the thing, Liber. I think literally there's like nothing wrong with the Conklin. They just had a time period where their nibs were Garbaggio and they haven't completely cleared themselves of that. And yeah, so it's like everyone can like what they like too, right? Things like people can like all kinds of different stuff. You can like the thing that I hate. Right? And that doesn't mean if I dislike something, that doesn't mean it's bad, right? That's always the thing. Thule got me. That's one of my favorite songs. Piling on for the drama just isn't actually of value. Yeah, it's not of like, it's just not fun. I don't enjoy it. I was like, hey, let me sit down for 2 hours and deal with this and just rage right. I'm good. What I would like is to be pleasantly surprised. You know, I would like to be pleasantly surprised. And then, y'all, like, if I'm pleasantly surprised after I tweak this Conklin nib and get it writing well, you're going to go, Brad, that pen sucks. That pen sucks. I was like, the one I got was pretty good. So, matcha's here. I can have coffee now. Flawed and not for me are two different conclusions. Exactly. But not everyone thinks that way. Have you ever tried the Asvine C80? Some people have. I need to get one of the, I don't know which one is that one. I need to get like the standard acrylic one. Good morning, Pen Addict. Can I bring up a point of unpleasant surprise with a pen? Yeah, of course. Of course. Hi, why can you have coffee now? Because my veins aren't running completely brown yet, and I need it. Good morning, Booyah. My lords gives me a hand cramp when writing about it. Really? Like, it's not a weight thing, right? Are you gripping it? Like, you can't grip it in your normal way. Is it too slick? I don't remember what that section's like. It's too slick. So you're adding more force, and then it just makes it worse. Oh, that's yeah. Do you have dry hands? That's a personal question. Like, it would probably work for me because my hands usually don't run dry. If you grip it higher, the balance is bad. Yeah. I've dropped my... Dutch Bill, I thought you were talking about the Esterbrook peanuts. Oh, Steve. You have missed this week's show. This week's stream, or yesterday's stream. Either very dry or very not, no in between, gotcha. So we talked about this yesterday. We have time to do this. Whoops. We talked about this yesterday. And I got, you need to go watch. I don't know. I'm not going to go through all of it again. It's available on Alibaba if you would like to back it there as well. How much is it here? 85. Yeah, I think it's about $20 less on Alibaba right now if you're interested. What should you do? I don't know. I mean, if you're not going to use it, you need to sell it, is the way I see it. But like, I know you love it at the same time. Like, you don't want to have to like prepare to use a pen, right? So yeah, and then so after we talked about this yesterday, where's my phone? We had moments of research from a friend there on it that made me like, my concern was the company that was doing it, and they released this last year at like a Chinese trade show. All the colorful models, like the reds and blues, like the Transformer models, have already been released in China for like over a year. So I'm just really confused about this. So if you like this pen, you can get it for cheaper on Alibaba right now. So I don't want to burst any bubbles, Steve, but I just want you to know the information that I have. But it is a legitimate pen, and the company is the same, but it's not something new. It's something they launched a year ago. And you can go to Alibaba right now and buy it for cheaper. If you want, I got the link if you want it. I'll find the link. Yeah, it's very, very sketchy. Not sketchy, sneaky. I wouldn't call it sketchy. Let me get you the link. So yeah, I don't know why they're doing this Kickstarter. Sorry, I'm pulling up my email. I just want to switch the screen real quick. All right. So here is the pen, just for reference purposes. On Ali. Mafia Geek. Streaking. So, yeah, we talked about this a bunch yesterday. So, April did some digging for me. And it's actually the company, like, how, you know how there's like 5 different companies all tied in this? All of that is legit. They're all tied together. So, this is actually the same. What was interesting is they told Tomos that this was a stolen idea, stolen IP, and they were suing this person. But it turns out that they're the same based on April's research, because she can translate all the Chinese on the pages for me, and so all of that is for your consideration, Steve. Carly Miller, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. So yeah, we went through this yesterday, just to pass on information. Do with it as you please. All right, let's look at some pens here. You're down to 38 ink pens. Oh my God. I would have, like I have, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm about to clean half of them. I'm about to clean half of them just so I can ink some more. Well, I don't think it's even that Brill cancel in this case. I think it's just hashtag marketing. I don't think it's more cynical. I think it's just a hashtag marketing thing. I think it's just they're just not being totally upfront with what they're doing is the end result. The product itself is completely fine. They are making the product. They're just not being upfront with their intentions of what this Kickstarter campaign is. So they're like, I have trade show pictures of them showing this pen at a Chinese trade show last year on my phone from April, right? Yeah, they're using a Kickstarter hype machine type of thing. It's Kickstarter marketing is great unless you screw it up this way. Yeah. Okay, let me do a giveaway before we start getting into the cleaning, because then I won't be able to get my keyboard as well. Anyone coming to the Paris Pen Show? When is the Paris Pen Show? I've heard of this. When and where? And is Mora running it? I love Kickstarter. The wrath of Kickstarter needs to be a topic. Yeah. It's just it's just not as fun as it used to be. All right, let me figure out a giveaway. Oh, this is a fancy pants giveaway. Singapore next month. Wow. Oh yeah, I've backed over 100 Kickstarter projects. I like Kickstarter. But Kickstarter actually takes more research than ever to ensure what you're getting into and that you're spending your money well, right? I think Kickstarter's now hard for consumers. Where before I felt more comfortable going in blind on a Kickstarter and just going click. Now I'm like, let me do like 2 days of research to see if I need to get into this. So yeah, taking it. Yeah, like it's like all of this, just all of this, and then that's one of the things in it. So let's have some fun with a really fun giveaway right now. Boom, Sinclair. This is one of the Matrix models. Wow, this looks really red. So the camera is not handling this color well. It's really cool. Really great. I've actually used this one a few times, so it's not like pristine. But I like this. I think is this the same pattern as my purple bag? I'm not sure. 2 day missing those early bird deals. Yeah. You're 50/50 fulfilled ghosted for Kickstarter. Oof. Yeah. I've had a few. Very little. It's definitely orange. It just looks, when I put it down here, it was getting more red. It's a dark orange though. Really pretty case. Like I said, I've used this several times, but it's essentially brand new. Okay. Let's do a giveaway. All right, let's see here. All right, exclamation point waffle, exclamation point waffle. Anyone can enter, anyone can win. You don't have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You don't have to live in the United States. I ship abroad. You must be present to win. And you must email me your shipping address. I have not shipped yesterday's winners. We'll catch up on shipping tomorrow. Colors keep changing. So after this, we'll start into some cleaning. Yeah, I think I know which pens I want to clean. I might change my mind. If I win, I'm going to double it and pass it to the next. You're going to give away 2 Sinclairs? Damn. That's crazy. I don't even have 2 Sinclairs. Can you throw in the Bic? Sure. Y'all want a Bic? I bet there's a podcast episode coming out tomorrow. There is. Oh, let's get this one. It kind of matches. It's orange. Orange enough. There you go. Boom. You have been bicked. This is aggressive. These are some aggressive colors on the screen right now. I apologize. I think this salsa bowl is really just like crazy. Found my PA Field Notes notebook still sealed. Must have won a while ago. The orange ones, I really like those. They're good with fountain pens. If Brad was a real one, he would do that. Always give people the option to pass it to the next with an additional item. Y'all would crush me in one day because y'all are all too nice. Oh man, I just spilled coffee on my mat. This mat's got to take a bath soon. Shout out Slumberland Studio for the Bix. She's my number one Bic. We'll see if Carol's paying attention. Yeah, y'all be into the Toyota Craft box by the end of the stream. Happy to be number one anything. Finally made it my first Scriptus this weekend. How insane was it? It's definitely to this day, one of the most insane pin shows experiences I've ever had, and I was behind the table. Just used my first PA field notes. The orange one, they're definitely not coming back. You didn't get there till the afternoon, so it's a bit calmer. Yeah, like the last hour. I think I walked around the last hour. Oh, did not. Well, good. I hope you had fun. It's a great show. I saw that Rewizzles. I need to email Susan. Yeah. Now that you say that. Did you run out of your random field notes envelopes? I still have some right here. Probably have 10 or 12 of them. We can give some. I haven't given those away in a while. But yeah. They're in here somewhere. So I have these sealed up field notes that I don't know what they are. From some of my extras, I was just giving them away. Anything is a Pinatic field notes when you have stickers in the front? Yeah. Since I miss a million streams in a row, you said, but do you know what pin shows? So I'm going to work on my schedule in November. So we have to get past my wife's vacation draft the first week of November. Actually, it might be this weekend. So once I know what vacation she gets for 2026, I'm going to start looking at the calendar. So I'm going to try to do that by late November. So yeah, that's the plan. I think I'd like to do Orlando this year for sure. Got one of the last shown CNS Shashikos with a perspective grind. That's actually a pin that I've kind of wanted. Like I have enough of that style of pin, but that one really speaks to me. Two chances to visit Orlando next year. Yeah, when's the stationary show? End of March? When were the dates? You sent them to me. May. I can definitely not make that. Let me double check. We're doing a big family vacation with my sister next year. I think it's the week after Memorial Day. If that's the end of Memorial Day week, I'm 100% out. Already. That one I know. It's a great family vacation spot, sure is. Unless you have a house already booked somewhere else. All right, y'all have 30 seconds. 30 seconds for this Bic giveaway. We're giving away the Bic. And then I'm also going to toss in a Rickshaw Sinclair. Nah, it's never a hard time. We're giving away this Bic Crystal Fine in black. Sticker still on. And then I'm going to toss in this Rickshaw Sinclair. Do y'all still do the thing where you shake the pen and it makes it curvy? I know you do. Don't tell me. Don't lie. Don't lie. It is a really good color. So it's red in this picture, but you can see, oh, it works better with the Whippix. When I get it closer, it actually transforms it into the better looking orange. Yeah, that's a more accurate color than, like when I get it further away, it just like turns red. All right, ooh, yeah, done. Done. All right, giveaway is closed. Pick a winner. Great Scott. Great Scott's been on quite the kick, just going to say. Great Scott, you win. That is you. That is you. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh, pick a breakfast buddy, and I'm going to write it with your Bic. Very lucky to win the Bic. That way, this will be a used by Brad Bic, and then I'll also throw in the Sinclair. Coffee. Man, I need more coffee. Got it. All right, email me. Oops. Oh, almost stole your pen. Wow. Email me, hello@penaddict.com, and I will mail this tomorrow. Can you use the Bic to sign the Sinclair? It would look horrible. Because it's a very, like this ballpoint, it doesn't write very dark. So like it would just look like someone like got a stain on your Sinclair. All right, let's look at these fountain pens. I'm doing this, like some of these pens still have a decent amount of ink in them, but I'm just kind of done with them for now. So I'm ready to clean them. Let's see. Here's the full setup. Handy you have that orange thing to safely pack the Bic, right? So top to bottom, Esterbrook Coffee Monsters, my one-off Scribo custom project, my Abigail Markov Orlando Pen Club pen, my Sailor King of Pens Green Mosaic, Zodiac Aries, Navalur Eclipse, Monteverde MP1, Aurora Optima with the flex nib, Matthew Martin OG1. So I've already separated these into what I'm going to clean, and these four are staying for now. So we got brown ink, green ink, orange ink, pink ink. And then these are all cleaning for various reasons. No matter how much ink I have left in them. So we have to get some new, that Coffee Monster's been inked for a while. It's going to remain that way. It is, listen to tomorrow's podcast. Just spoiler alert, listen to tomorrow's podcast. So, yeah. Those are all garbage pens, right? Let's just throw them straight in the trash. Now, you won't because I told you to. We could just throw them straight in the trash. Jacqueline will be happy I actually do use my trash bin. All right. So let's make some room here. So I'm cleaning the 2 review pens. These are my last 2 review pens. So I just want to clean those out and get those replaced in the rotation. The Aurora I used a lot during, actually all 3 of these 3 I used a lot during the postcarding days. This one still has a little bit of ink in it, but it's not really writing well anymore, so I probably just need to clean it. I've used plenty of it. It had Omas Violet in it. This is the one Derek had me ink up. and this nib is so aggressive. I had to keep cleaning. I had to keep cleaning it. This would actually be better with a different nib. When I was using it on postcards, I had to keep cleaning the fibers out of it. So I'm just ready to clean it out. But this had did this have nighttime soda in it? I think this had nighttime soda in it. But yeah, this has a micro architect nib, which is great, but I have to very, very specifically want to use that. And then this one is a bit of a self-inflicted wound here. This has Van Diemen's Daybreak in it, which I'm really liking. But apparently I did not clean this nib unit well last time because every first amount of lines I write with it are green. And this is a pink ink. So we need to go away. All right. So if you have any questions about cleaning, we have a couple different ways to do these. So we have two pistons and 3 converters. So we have piston fills and converter fills, plus some that I'm going to disassemble the nib units on, and I'll show you why. Let's do that one first. Also, the coloration between this orange bowl, this green towel, and these colorful pins is making things look very, very funny. Funny looking. Like, this is a blue pin that actually looks green when you have it down there. And it's not focusing because it's focusing on this guy over here, right? So it's kind of a mess going on right now, but I love this pen. Oh, did we just get a bonus winner? All right, GHP. I need to close. All right, GHP, you have a Toby winner. Let's close this. GHP, email me at hello@penaddict.com and you get a surprise gift. You get a surprise gift. This is where my keyboard gets in the way. So I think Mimo was the last surprise winner, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, GHP, email me. Say you won the Toby. Say you won the Toby giveaway, and then I'm just gonna email you something random or mail you something random. Have I ever used the Shown Design to do the cleanings? Yes. So we're gonna use some of those today. So my tools usually involve, I guess, 3 things. The Lures, which is the Shown Design products. So Inky Writer, the story goes, one day, so like Toby used to like to get up on my desk. And one day I did a giveaway. And if you don't close out the giveaways, you're allowed to keep picking winners, like on my app. And so Toby got up here and sat on the keyboard and just like hundreds of giveaway winners. And so now when I accidentally hit it, I call it a Toby giveaway, but I actually do send hopefully only the one person. I mean, I love to give all of y'all something, but yeah. So Toby literally sat on the keyboard and just kept picking people over and over again. It was like hundreds. It was crazy. So ever since then, I've committed to owning my mistakes and sending surprise stuff in the mail to someone who gets an accidental win. So we use the Lures from Shown Design. We use nasal aspirators in 2 formats, one with a standard nose and one with a trimmed nose. You'll see why. Maybe not today, but these are for like Pilot, Sailor, and Platinum, like Japanese pens. And then I have syringes, which I don't know that I'm going to need them today for cleaning purposes, but if I have a Pilot Con 70 converter, I will clean this out with that. This is harder to use at the desk because I will get a little bit of spray. Same with the aspirators, but we deal with it. We have towels. All right, so let's clean this one first because I need to clean out the nib unit here. One thing I did, which I wouldn't do, so I use this one that's half. One thing I don't do when I'm cleaning on stream is I just dump the ink in the sink but I need somewhere to just dump this ink. I'm not going to dump all the ink in the water, so I just brought in a cup here to soak up some of the ink that I'm wasting before I clean. So like normally I would just dump that in the sink, but I'm just going to pop it in here. And then for converters, you just run them through the water. Thanks, GHP. Converters, I just run them through the water a couple times. You can shake them a little bit. The Toby giveaway stream was amazing. It was hilarious. Because I really didn't know it took me a minute to realize what was going on. So yeah, I'm just running water through this. It's clean. I do shake them out in a paper towel just to see if there's like any like random inks popping out from the back of the converter. You'll be able to see sometimes that water is not clear. So it's actually a little bit pink in here. So we're just going to run it a little bit more time. Is there something wrong with dumping the ink back in the bottle? Yeah. A lot of times you don't know. So like this, you don't know like if some fibers or something have gotten into the ink. I used to do that, but it's just like, I'm trying to watch my contamination. And like, I don't mind losing, a milliliter or two of ink to prevent the bottle from me having to question what's in the bottle later. That's pretty much it. Like a lot of times, like the ink's not gonna, like the ink back up in the converter, it's not gonna have anything like come up through the pen to get into it. So like you could, I just don't want to introduce any questions into what I'm doing. I don't want to have to question something later, I guess is it. Yeah, it's just not worth it. It's more mental than anything to me. Like this would, like there's plenty, like since this is a large capacity and I still have like half of this piston to use, like theoretically, like this would be a good option to dump back in the bottle. I'm just not gonna, like, I don't want to introduce anything. Definitely not, Bill. You're waiting for me to make a joke there, but I'm not going to do it. It's a PG-13 stream. Started Monday and work test at 9:30 and Sunday it's 11. Yeah. And it also lets you go through ink faster. Like I don't have one bottle of ink either, right? So I'm fine. I am admittedly wasteful on ink. But sometimes I just got to switch them out. So I'm going to show you one of the things I want to do here. When I clean this nib, the JoWo nibs are easy to take apart. So with this nib unit, I'm just going to pull it apart and you're going to see probably, well, you can't really see it. So you can see like the ink a lot of times hangs up in the top of the nib unit here. Sorry, see if we can get this to focus. So I thought maybe I hadn't cleaned this out from last time, but it's actually pretty clean. That's only this week. I was just having a problem with the color on this ink. So that's one easy way. Yeah, cost per milliliter is not significant enough for me to want to risk the contamination risk. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. That's a very more simple way to put it. Yeah, so what Inky Love is saying is actually really, really smart. If you want to save the ink, I could dump this into like a vial and use it out of that, right? Or even like an inkwell or something. Like if you do use like dip pens, use it for something else. Seems like the latest nibs are harder to assemble than ones in the past. I'm trying to think. I mean, you could, well, this one's not that old. I thought this one had the old scrolling on the JoWo. Yeah, I don't know. I make Brooks do it. I pay Brooks to do it. Seriously. I pay the extra fee to send them to him whole. We all have our little rackets going on. One of Brooks's is Dan's Pens. What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Hey, how was your London pen show? Hope it went well. Yeah, so Brooks will charge you more if he has to when he does the etchings. So like you can see our spoke logo on here. This is a really light one. Yeah. Well, see, Carolina Pen Company knows. Like I ain't dealing with that. It's worth me. It's worth it for me to pay Brooks to be annoyed. So I get them back disassembled, and I just put them back together. All right, Seaglyph. Brooks knows. We all have our little rackets, and I'm happy to pay because my wrist will be hurting at the end. It's effing annoying. London was good. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it went super well. Thank you, Dens. Went super well. I'm glad you had a good London show. I'm gonna try to get to London. Oh, I'll show you these stone cleaners next one that I don't disassemble. Have you seen the Mont Blanc digital paper? Not in person. We've talked about it a little bit on the podcast. We'll do it. I'll show you all the shown lures on this one. You have one on order? Good. I want to get some feedback on it. So yeah, I'm curious. I don't think it's never going to be a product for me. If you get to London, I will buy you drinks in the bar. Book it. I'm going to look. Do you know if the spring show is going to be 2 days? Or is it only the fall show that's going to be 2 days? Bubbly Faye, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you being here. All right, so again, I'm just dumping extra ink here. Normally this ink would just go right down the sink. Because I honestly, that's on my kind of maybe think about it for 2026 list. But I kind of want it to be a 2-day show, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Spring is 1 day, autumn is 2. Gotcha. So I'm going to look at that and see. Those square MB bottles are so expensive that milliliter price can be an issue. Yeah, so like the limited edition sizes that they make are definitely more costly. So this blue is staying in here a little bit longer, so we're going to run this through some of the clean water here. So I have an extra thing behind my head here of cleanish water. Fine, I'll come to London. Man, what a trip. Should do an ink splatter pony on pen cleaning day. That's a good idea. I should save all these inks into the palette. Man. What are y'all talking about? Talking about practice? Man, did this inks... What is going on with Teranishi Nighttime Soda, chat? It is really sticking in this converter. Let me just shake it up a little bit. This is kind of like too much. Need to come to the Netherlands? I hope to one day. That is always on the list. All right. Oof, almost dumped this whole water. Yeah, that took way too many turns to clean. And see, after shaking that, I have this little dot here. That's why I shake them like really hard afterwards, just to see how like not clean this is. So that's weird. This hadn't even been inked up that long. So I do like fill them halfway with water and then kind of shake them. You disassemble converters. I will too if they're too gunky. I will disassemble the converters. They're actually, I'll show y'all on this one. They're pretty easy to take apart. So you may not know this, but these this part is threaded where the silver is, so you can just unscrew it. You can just unscrew it, pull the mechanism off the back, just twist it, and all these little parts come apart. How does this one come apart? Oh, you got to snap this one out. This one's a little bit different. It's like snapped in here. So I don't know how aggressive I want to be on this one. It's got it's like keyed. So, but anyway, you can take apart. Whoops, I pushed that too low. You can take apart some converters. Push it too low. There we go. to clean. So it ended up getting clean, but you can take them out and just rinse through it. So we'll put that one here. So with the lures, so the lures are designed for different pin filling systems, for different nib housings, really. So this is an international housing. Sorry for the focus. So this has the small tip here. So this is like your international cartridges, converters, and nib units. And you see something like this is wider, but it's marked. This has an S on it. So this is a sailor. This one fits sailor. And this one fits pilot here. So he makes them for most of the Japanese companies have different fittings, which makes it annoying. So what you do with something like this, I'm still going to take this out, take this nib, disassemble this nib so I can clean it. But what you do with these lures, it's called the lure from Shown Design, is you just put it on, you can just put it on the back of here like this. And just go like this. And you can see it pushing out the ink. So you're just running it like a syringe. You can really just attach this to like some of my other syringes and get more water in there, more water pressure. Whoops, I just shot it off. So that's probably enough there. Then I'll just run it over to the clean water and do the same thing. And that's usually enough, but I'm going to show you that sometimes it isn't. So you can see it's running clean now, right? None of the blues coming out, but I'm going to show you something. We'll see if it happens on this case. It probably will. One of the reasons why I disassemble some of the pins that are easy to disassemble is because what I was showing y'all on that first nib. So when you pull it out of here, after all that, look at that. And that water was running clean, right? I ran it several times through here. It doesn't get this. So you do need to, if you can't, like the Japanese pins don't have that problem. Like the sailors and pilots, they run really clean and they're not as easy to disassemble, but they get clean in there usually. But sometimes you got to take them apart. My paranoia needs me to clean all pins fully disassemble. I almost never disassemble pilots and sailors and platinums. And I usually haven't had a problem. But what'll happen is, that's because the ink is a bastard, yeah. What'll happen is, like what I thought was happening here is like a previous color was mixing with my new color that I put in and it was bothering me. The ultrasonic helps with stuck ink. Yeah, so I do have an ultrasonic. I never use it unless I have a real problem, which is pretty rare. What's up, Spicy? Pretty good, pretty good. Just cleaning some pens here. Yeah, it's been probably years since I've gotten out my ultrasonic cleaner. So this is a piston filler, and there is a couple ways you can clean this one as well. One, I'm just going to dump whatever ink I have in here. I don't think I have too much ink left in this one. Yeah. I use this one and this is a flex nib, so it puts down a lot of ink. I use this one a lot. So what you'll do with a piston filler is you'll just take it, usually. There's a couple ways. This is one way. If you can't disassemble the pin, you just open the piston and you just start running it through the water. And this is why I have two bowls of water. I don't mind running inky water into a inky pen that I'm cleaning, like for the first couple of times to get the bulk out of the ink out of here into the dirty water. And then we'll go to clean. I use the clean water to see where we're at. Which flex nib? It's Aurora's flex nib. If it'll ever focus. We are focally challenged, chat. So it's Aurora's flex nib. So Aurora has that cavity in the piston, so it's a huge pain in the ass to clean. I'll show y'all. I'll see if I can show y'all this. It's hard. So we're gonna get rid of this dirty water, and then we're gonna go to clean. But really, isn't how I would clean this pin. I'm just showing y'all how to clean a piston. Auroras actually make it Auroras and Pelicans, for example, make it much easier to take the nibs. Take the nibs out and clean it. So you can see we got most of the ink out, but you can still see some of the purple coming out. So we're going to draw in some of this clean water. We're going to draw it about halfway, and you can still see it through the ink window there. I'm going to draw it about halfway, fill the rest with air so I can shake it. And kind of get some more out. So if you have a piston that's not easy to take apart, you're just going to keep doing this over and over and over again. So, but with the Aurora, and Pelican's the same way, you just take the Aurora, their whole nib unit just screws out. So this is the full Aurora nib unit, which is big and chunky. So you can just take this whole thing out. I usually don't separate these, but what I want to do is get this clean. So here's where a lot of times I'll take my syringe and power wash, and I'm going to show you all what Sim's talking about, one of the difficulties here. So let's see if we can get this in focus. So in my ink window here, boy, it really doesn't like the background unless I put my hand in there. So you see how it's like half and half? This is actually the piston coming down. And let's see if I can do it this way. So this piston is designed sometimes to like hold ink, right? It's almost like a safety. So it's hard to get it like fully clean. But one of the things I'll do here is this. So we're going to pull the piston all the way back up. And then I'm going to take a syringe. Just fill it with the cleaner water. And then we're going to pop this in here. So this is actually an easier way to clean some piston fillers, just because you can do it. You can get the ink out quicker. So not much to it, to be honest. They're very easy to clean. And then what I will do is I will kind of dry out the inside a little bit here. There's still kind of water coming out. That little mechanism in there likes to hold water, so we can just do it like this. Get all the water out, and I will leave this sit without the nib unit in it, for a day, just overnight. Just let it dry. All right, see you, Sir Cobalt. Good luck. And then the nib unit's kind of already been clean. I don't really have a problem with ink staying in the Aurora nib units. You can see that no purple's coming out of the nib unit, and I'm just running it through water. So I feel good to go with that one. So we just leave it set aside there. So me talking about this while I'm doing it makes it seem like this is really long and complicated and difficult. Like if I wasn't talking, I would be done with all of these already. It's pretty easy once you get in the routine of, hey, this is a converter, let me clean it this way. Hey, this is a piston, let me clean it this way. And you just fire through it and good to go. I do tend to leave things open to air dry overnight. Like I'll set this tray of pin parts over on another desk and let it sit overnight. Especially like the pistons, so I'm not sealing them back up. All right, so the Nautilus. If you didn't see me disassemble this, God, I apologize. I'm getting really frustrated at the focus here. If you didn't see me disassemble this, Now my hands are too dry to grab onto this. My hands are slick. What's up, Ernesto? Oh my God. This has been so easy to clean, and now I can't grab onto it. I need the, there it is. Okay. So you just, it's not that hard. My hands are just bone dry from this water. So it just unscrews here. And what this does is this doesn't come off. It unscrews them from the middle. So you can see it starting to unscrew right here. So I'll just keep twisting this. It'll eventually just slide off. You can see the threadings down here. So, and then the nib unit come out. Oh, I actually can use probably the Pilot syringe for this. So converter, I used most of this ink. It's a pretty small converter. This was the Ginzan Snow Gray. I use this pen a lot. So we'll just kind of do this the same way. Brad, how did you that pen? I liked it. I really like the nib. So I'm just cleaning this in the dirty water. Clean water, and we'll see how this goes. I did like it. I had like no mechanical issues with it. I like the nib. Yeah, all good. So for a lot of pens, like if I'm using like Yovo nib units or Pilot converters or things like that, I'll just remove the converter and put it back in like my box. Do you like it more than the VP? No. Are you supposed to deassemble Pelikan, Aurora, and Lamy 2000 each time you clean? I just remove the nib units. Like there's an Aurora nib unit. I don't remove the nib from the housing. So you see, again, why I shake out the refill or the converter, because you sometimes still get a little ink going in there. Bread, what did I do? And I test in the review. I reviewed it on Monday. I talked about how I prefer the Pilot Decimo still is like the best retractable. So my point being, unless I have a specialty converter like this one will stay with the pen. All my other converters go into a box, a general box. But this one fits this pen. It's a little shorter. It's like an old Pilot Con 40. So yeah. Yeah, the Lamy 2K, I don't disassemble the Lamy 2K. I just run the piston just over and over again. The Pelikan and the, what was the other one? Aurora, I take the nib, I unscrew the nib units out and then clean out the barrel from there. So this should fit the Pilot lure. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, I guess because, So this one we'll just use let's see if this one fits. We'll use, this is why I do have different tools for this. So we'll just clean it like this. So here, just to show you. So like I just drew up water, then I'm just gonna pressure it out through here. I do it a lot. When I'm in the sink, I'll be a lot more aggressive. Oh no, Three Sphinxes, hope you're okay. I'm sorry to hear that. And then I'm just gonna move it over. I'm just gonna move it over to the clear water. But I don't have my hands free. I will show you this though, now that I say that. And you can see I've just pushed through water once in the dirty water. Sorry. And you can see that no ink's like kind of coming out of here now. I'm pushing it through right now. So. Yeah, you'll figure out which way works best for you. You know, there's no one way to do it. And, you know, I mean, when I started cleaning, I was just running like nib units under the faucet and shaking them dry until they were good. So I do shake it out in somewhere I can see to make sure no ink is coming out on the page. That means I need to keep cleaning it. So this one looks good. You can even just like dip it in water, make sure like nothing's coming out there. So yeah, that seems good. Make some more room here. But I will try to keep these parts together in like a little group. So when I go to reassemble them, they can live together. But some of the nibs and converters will be placed back in generic holding, back in Gen Pop. I'm boxing up pens and sending for you for cleaning. Cool. Brooks, what's our going rate for pen cleaning? I need to get on that. I need that Brooks price sheet. Would you ever do a Franken ink with all the leftover inks? Yeah, for fun. And you could do like an exploration. You could do like a dip pen ink. Like, just mix a couple of the ones, use it for a dip pen. I wouldn't leave it in a pen like for long. I would be more likely to do like a dip nib. Heck yeah. I just stick them all in the dishwasher. Okay, there is technically a wrong way to wash your pens. That would be one of them. Yeah, just for playtime and coloring. Heck yeah. I actually probably need to think about doing that more. I haven't thought about that. I haven't given myself the room to do it. According to list, you will clean any pen for 1,001 ink drops. I will. I'm cleaning these for free. All right, so the last one is a piston. I have not disassembled this one, but I'm sure I can. I am going to dump this ink, though. Oh, we got to unsnap this one. Where is it? My hands are so dry now. All right, there it goes. Whew. All right. So this one actually had a high ink capacity, and I used it a lot, and it's still got a lot of ink in it. So we're going to dump it into the cup here. So we went ahead and dumped that out. And I don't mind running my first pass through the dirty water. We're just going to do this a few times here. And then I'm going to see about disassembling it. Plot twist, when my newly clean pens become waffle items, that'd be worth it. I'd do it. I'd take your leftovers, give them to the people. So I'm just going to run this through the dirty water a couple times, run it through the clean water a couple times, and we'll see where we're at. RIP limited ink, that definitely would have been saved in a vial. I have enough orange. So you can still see it's coming out here. So I do like to have the clean water just to see where I'm at with the cleaning. And you can tell this one's gonna need to be oh my god, y'all should see my dog right now. This one's gonna need to be disassembled. This is a good visual because it's a demonstrator. This is what happens to the other nibs, like I was showing y'all. This is what you can't see from the nib, where ink likes to live, that flushing doesn't get out of pens. Right there on there. So if this was a dark barreled pen, like a black barreled pen, you wouldn't see that part right there. I could make this run clean from all this other stuff, but then the ink's gonna live there. So we're gonna disassemble this one a little bit. So it looks like it's just, is this friction? This I haven't done yet on this pen, so let me see. It looks like it's just a friction fit type of situation. Is this bad long term? Wait, are you talking to me? So yeah, it just pulls out friction fit. So then we just take this and we literally go like that. Throw it in the water for a second, and then I'm gonna run this. Demonstrator showing the way by sewing anxiety, right? So I'll just fill this partially up, kind of shake it. So if you don't disassemble, that ink never goes away. Well, it mixes with the new ink that you have put in and makes funky colors. And it'll eventually be replaced by your new ink. But not all pens do that. Like, for some reason, like the Japanese pens, I've never had a problem. I don't disassemble like my Pilot pens, for example. And I've never had a problem with like ink living in that location. They're just able to clean very well. No, I don't no. Pilot pens clean out so well. All right, so this is actually pretty good to go. I attended a pen maintenance talk during the Pelican Hub last week, and the Nibmeister JP Pentagale showed us how to clean and do first aid fix. Yeah. Still scared to DIY pens? Yeah. It gets easier over time. You'll start being more experimental. So, it's cleaned very well. Oops, sorry. Cleaned very well. And then this, like, I don't really even need to do more than I just did by throwing it in here. That cleans it well enough. If you have a crazy ink, you'll notice when you put the feed on here that some of the ink might come off, but you can see this hasn't been sitting that long. It's been inked like a month. So there's no orange. But like if you have a crazy ink, you'll see that you after you've dropped it in the water and you put it on here and like say like blue stays, like from a blue ink, just leave this soaking and it'll eventually come off. Brian Knight, 29 months of subbing. Let's go. Thank you so much. I'm scared to lose my warranty by deassembling it. I've never used a pen warranty in my life. I mean, I don't mean that as a bad thing or it's like a knock, but like that doesn't keep me from doing anything. So that's it. That was it. So we are going to ink up one pen today. We'll do a giveaway in a second once I clean up. Would a cotton or foam swab get too much fluff in there? Yeah, I'd be afraid to do that. If you want to do that first or do that like before I'm done here, I could do it now and then re-rinse it. You almost never have that need. Like a syringe is going to do better, like just pressure washing the inside than having like a swab or anything. And I would definitely re-rinse it again after doing a swab. So I've used a pen warranty 3 times, once on a Diplomat Aero Cap, once on a Pelican Piston, and one on a Lamy 2000. I mean, I've sent something back to a manufacturer, but they didn't go like, please provide me your warranty information. Like I had a Aurora just crack straight across the middle. I just sent it back and they fixed it. So yeah. But like, I mean, warranties are good, but I don't know like with pens. Yeah. Like Mafia Geek, like, are they not going to fix your Diplomat Aero Cap if it's not under warranty? Like, I think they would. But maybe that's just, rose-colored glasses. Right? I guess that's what I'm saying. It's like all those things. You need to provide proof of purchase. Okay, that's not a warranty. That's my point. You bought the pen. Here's my receipt for buying the pen. Please fix my pen. That's not a warranty. Spicy Miso's talking about something a little bit different. Have you ever had to use ammonia water for the stubborn stains? I haven't. I would go with a like my ultrasonic cleaner first. And then I would use like that. I have some of the pen flush stuff. So yeah, like I would use that. But I really, like, I have pretty good maintenance, fountain pen maintenance. Like, I have pretty good habits where I'm not scenting, I'm not having a pen laying around for 6 to 12 months unused and then having to go clean it, right? So, like, that's part, like, how you manage your own cleaning, to where I'm never getting to the point where I have to use the pen flush, right? Now, if I buy an old vintage pen from someone and it's nasty, yeah, I would use the pen flush, no problem. Right? But I'm not saying I don't use it because I don't like it. I'm saying I don't use it because I rarely don't get to that point with my pens. I mean, honestly, you can see that I've wasted ink in some of these, but I know that I'm not going to use them, so I might as well clean them. Instead of having them sitting there in case I might use it again in 2 months with this ink in it, while I'm going to start setting myself up, creating my own problems here pretty soon, right? So I try to avoid that as a rule. So like I have an ultrasonic cleaner. It has not been used in years because I don't have a product that has gotten to that point. So, all right, let me pick up a couple of these things. We're gonna do a giveaway, and then I want to ink my Abisu. That we got that ink yesterday. And I have the pen, and I want that pairing. And that's why before I inked any of the pens, I have more inks coming, I guess, maybe. So I am gonna rinse out my syringe separately. I just need to take that to the sink to do. So keep that there. Let me move this water, and then I'll come back and do a giveaway, just so I have more room here on the desk. Be right back. Then I'm going to move this tray of parts out of here. Go set them aside real quick. One more thing. Get the accessories out. Okie dokie. All right, let's do a giveaway. Then we're gonna ink a pen. So yeah, sometimes I just clean pens because I'm done with them, even if there's ink left. And I got to get other ink pens into the rotation. And yeah, that's how I do it. So don't let cleaning fountain pens intimidate you. It's really pretty easy. You don't have to overthink it. So that's the TLDR. Okie dokie. Where are we at here? Where are we at here? All right. Since y'all mentioned it earlier, let's do secret field notes. Excuse me. Secret field notes. There could be some right notepads in some of these. But who knows? Who knows what's in here? Secret field notes. Uniball ones. Uniball ones. Sarasa clips. Let's do these two. Sarasa clips. In vintage colors. Pretty sure I've ADD dumped more ink than I've actually used them in my lifetime. Oof. I mean, yeah, like we were all being honest with each other. Like, I probably haven't, but you know, that's probably pretty damn close. Those numbers are a lot closer than you think. And then we got a Bic. All right. And then we have, is that going to click there? Oh, I'm getting over that thing. Then we have emotes that don't have a clip. So we got these. So I'm going to blindly pick 2, 1. I can't grab them. 2. Ooh, pink and green. Sick. I'm good at random palletizing. Okay. So basically, we were given a bunch of pins. I found a bunch of pins. I need to give away some pins. A lot of standard pins. So 2 Uniball 1s, 2 Zebra Sarasa Clip Vintages, 1 Bic ballpoint, and 2 Emote fine liner markers. And a secret field notes. Could be anything. It's probably older. And it could be some random store issue. It could be one of their limited editions. It could be anything. So, all right. So, lots of things in this one. Boom! Exclamation point waffle! Exclamation point waffle! Anyone can enter. Anyone can win. You don't have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You don't have to live in the United States. I ship worldwide. You must be present to win. And you must email me your shipping address if you do win. Excuse me, I need a drink after all that. And then I'm going to get my Abisu and ink it up. We'll wait till after the giveaway, though. So I will say, one little upgrade to my fountain pen and cleaning kit that I do use, and I do think it's a better product, but it's more expensive, is the shop paper towels. You saw the blue paper towel I was using. They're less fibrous, right? So, and they're much more durable, so I can get them very wet. And they don't get as many fibers like in the nib, even though like standard paper towels are fine. Like I'm rinsing them, I'm drying them with them. It's not like I'm just like shoving the fibers through the nib and the feed and everything. But I do keep these, like I don't use these as normal paper towels. These stay with my fountain pen and cleaning kit. Brad, have you seen the Narwhal Vampire? Yes, it looked crazy. I liked it. Yeah, we looked at that yesterday on stream. It was very cool. So I do recommend like the shop paper towels. Can we see the brass shim? If you do a beginner-friendly cleaning kit, what would be in it? Nasal aspirators, paper towels, the nice paper towels, shop towels. I do think the shim is important for maintenance. It's not necessarily for cleaning. But yeah, it's honestly really little. Like I think the nasal aspirators and like the nice paper towels are kind of the best things. And then after that, that's like your basics list. After that, I would invest in a syringe. Where is my shim? I was just using it. There it is. And then I use salsa bowls. Yeah, I literally use those salsa bowls are just for cleaning. So there's my brass shim. Shop towels are definitely an upgrade, yes. So you just take this and you take these corners and you run it through the nib. Like this, and when you wear out, you just go to a different corner, and then when you wear them all out, like this edge is worn out over here. It's like it's not as pointy. You just take your scissors and you trim this. You trim it down. So I'll just take this and just basically refresh the edge like that, and now I have sharp edges again. Where'd that go? Oh man, I should probably find that. I'm glad I don't go in bare feet very much, but that would be bad. Damn it. Sorry. So, yeah, but your basic cleaning supplies, I think, is nasal aspirators. I use my little bowls and the nice paper towels. That's probably it. Repurpose 2 old cat bowls. Yeah, I like something a little bit bigger and stable. That's why I got those salsa bowls. Those were a recommendation from a pen cleaning class I took years ago. Man, I'm going to find that shim at some point when I don't want to. I'm using a few flour sack towels for cleaning and painting, old dish towels. Did a load of Pentel laundry last night. Yeah, so I do keep the... so the green towel was just a microfiber cloth. I just use those for, like, ink spill protection. I don't necessarily use them for cleaning, but they're good for that too. Yeah, I don't think so. I will find it when we're done with stream. I don't need that laying around. Yeah. Luckily, it went over in a space where Toby never goes, but I just need to get my flashlight out and find it. All right, y'all have... I got like 2 minutes left on the stream, so maybe I will look for this real quick. It might be on my lap. All right. Who knows? We'll find it. I will be on a mission post-stream. Yeah, I was looking with my flashlight just from up top, but I'll get down on the floor and look for it. Yeah, we'll find it. We'll just wait till after stream. All right, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. You did find the Lamy nib one time. That was hilarious. I only found that by giving up looking for it. All right. Giveaways closed. Giveaways closed. Boom. All right, let's pick a winner. You gotta be specific. DWOPTM. OPTOM. DWOP Tom. DWOP Tom. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say that. But congratulations. You are the winner. You are the winner. Congratulations. And if you're here, you need to pick a breakfast buddy. You need to pick a breakfast buddy. See, I can't close the giveaway now just in case someone's not here. All right, see you, Sim. But then that's what happens. Then I forget to close it, and we get extra winners, which I'm all about some extra winners too. So, you're welcome. You're welcome. Do you have a so we can close it now? Do you have a breakfast buddy preference? Florence the Egg, Kevin Bacon, or Joe Coffee? Coffee, please. Joe is putting in the work. I'm telling you. Got it. All right. Email me hello@penaddict.com. Tell me you won the field notes and pins. I would appreciate that. And then I'll get this shipped tomorrow. All right, let's ink a pen. You want Joe Coffee on the Toby giveaway. Ooh, what if I told you There is no Joe Coffee for the Toby giveaway. Great travel journaling kit. Actually, that's a pretty good idea. I'd be interested to know what field notes you got, if it is a field notes in there. It'll be, knowing me, it'll be like craft. It'll be like craft, but I don't know that I put like regular craft in there. If I did do craft, it was like some special edition stamped thing or something. So let me know what field notes you got. We're all curious. Brad, reading recommendation for you, One Great Leap About the Space Program. I would like that. I would like it. What's the last one you recommended that I didn't do? Probably be good. It sounded good. All right, let's ink this pen. Rip, I know. But hey, maybe it gets something better. I'm not saying it will. I'm just... All right, so yesterday, signed sidewalks at Glamour Shot. I actually didn't think about that, but that's a good idea. So I got Ibisu yesterday. We should test this out before we ink it up. Project Hail Mary, okay. Look at that. This. Let's see what this looks like. So this is Bunga Box ink. Ibisu Gold, they did. That cult sticker makes me chuckle every time. I need more of those. I don't even remember who did that, and it's just the best. So they did this in collaboration with this pen for their 5th anniversary, and I never bought the ink that came with it. But it continued to be like a stock item for them. This is one of their standard inks. So I finally bought it because now I'm liking these colors. I didn't really like the color at first, but now this is like my jam. This is actually probably your fault, Olive Octopus, that I've gone down this path. Like in the past, I wouldn't necessarily have considered this. Now this is kind of like my range. Imperial Purple is really, it's shockingly different of a purple. It's so rich and it has blue undertones, which makes the purple like really pop. It can be really dark sometimes too, but it's really good. It's probably my most used purple. So yeah, like what color is this? I would say what it's not is caramel. Like I don't think it's like that brown. It's a little bit more yellow. I don't know what color is this. So Swamp Ass, no. Swamp Ass has to be green. Tobacco, maybe. That's really fresh though. Baby Puke, yeah. Honey, yes. Baby Poop, literally everyone. Baby Poop, Baby Poop. Look at Addie. Toasted Sesame. Hell yes. Come on, chat. Baby Poop, Baby Poop, Baby Poop, Toasted Sesame. Boom. Done. So, yeah, it was made for this pen. Georgia Tech guy says old gold. You know what? This is some OG Tech colors. This is an OG Tech pen. They use too much blue these days. They really kind of screwed that up. Grey Poupon. Yeah, Tech really screwed the pooch on that one. I'm as an ATLian and never a huge Tech fan. I don't like the blue Tech stuff. Yeah, no cap for real. Okay, so let's ink this up. This pen, it's not going to show the ink that well because it is a formerly an extra fine. This is the one pen I dropped on the ground. And since it has a metal section, it landed like this. Dook. It's stuck in the floor. So this is the one that Mark Bacchus fixed and then kind of did a posting nib on it. So it's turned down for what? I don't know. But it writes super well. So yeah. So this probably needs a converter. Gravity assisted extra fine. So it's actually better than Pelikan stock extra fine, which are super scratchy. This one actually is very, very smooth. All right, let me get a converter while I double check for brass shims. At least I have shoes on. I think the ink is Jamaican curry chicken. It is definitely in the curry zone a little bit. So should we use, is using a yellow converter too much? Should we just go with basic black? So my other choices are pink, purple, and green. Purple wouldn't be bad. Like, I'm literally never going to see this again. I do have a white one. What is this? I have a white one. Nay. These are the challenges us pen addicts have. What color of converter twist knob should we use to literally never see again until we clean the pen? Yeah. So literally no consensus. So I think not yellow. I'm going with purple. Whenever I see those hand painted converters, I probably have one of those too. Yeah. Oh, I have a green one. But it's like, if I put it in a demonstrator, I would do it. You should refill a cartridge. I don't have any clean Sailor cartridges. All right, so this one, since Sailor cartridges, Pilot cartridges, Platinum cartridges are wider at the mouth, they're harder to just fill like this. So we're going to do it like this. See if we can get a good fill here. Fat Tuesday Saints. This is a very Saints-esque. My disposable metal dip nib rolled off the desk yesterday and both the tines broke off. Whoa. Found them sticking straight up out of the carpet below my chair. Yikes. It turns out it is LSU day today. Who knew? You should see my shoes. They're pretty epic. All right. Let's see how well this fills. Look at that, chat. No ink. Sometimes that happens. Let's try that again. All right, better. Oh, I was wondering what that was. It's one of my skate cubes. So then, keep my little paper towel here. Just clean off the grip section. I'll clean off a little extra ink around here. I won't worry about the nib. I'll catch a little bit if it's super messy, but that's a losing battle. And then I'll put it back together. Speaking of Sailor, Trunk Show is going to be coming around, thinking of checking it out. I think they just came to Atlanta not that long ago. There's one in Seattle coming soon, I think I saw. So this is much harder to see, but man, does it look good. So this will look better the more I write with it. Like it'll look good like spread on a big page. Like you can't really see. But like that's eminently readable in person, right? Like you could use this for your notes and read it, where some of these colors are tough. But with a nib that fine, it is a challenge with these lighter inks. But like it just looks like, you know, like a hay type of straw like looking color. But I'm gonna go with what did we decide, Abby? What sesame? What was the smoked? Do you smoke sesame? Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like toasted. That's the right word. Smoked. This is not something that several years ago Brad would have even considered as an option, which clearly I didn't when I bought this pen. When I bought the pen, there's a matching ink for this pen, and I said, no thanks. And now I'm like fascinated with these ink colors. So that's these things like change like over time. Our tastes change, our needs change, our wants change. So I've just gone with the flow here, for me anyway. And yeah, so like this, I will toasted glazed toasted waffles. Could be toasted waffles. And this nib writes so much better than a standard Sailor EF. Waffle would be a great ink color. Maybe this is the color I need to make. You know how I've been like putting off making an ink because I'm not really like dead set on what I want to do. Maybe like waffle is the color. A bit darker, I think, yeah, maybe. I think a bit darker would be a little bit better. Like more on this when it dries in a fine line. Like, so maybe, so I got to think of projects for next year. And that would be kind of fitting. And it's different enough from like Fire on Fire. Like it's not even comparable. Toasted waffles, yeah. Something to think about. That's actually something that's made me at least interested. Like I've had a hard time coming down. Write it in the plotter. Thank you. I've had a hard time coming up with an ink, or else I would have done it already, right? I'm just very hesitant. Where's my product list? Yeah. And I'm going to write it in the ink. Need to call it exclamation point waffle. Actually, maybe. Use the Waffle House waffles to color match. That's actually not a bad idea. Exclamation point waffle. I don't know why. Calling an ink exclamation point waffle made me laugh, which is probably like the reason to do it. Right? If it makes me giggle when I write it down, like Fire on Fire made me laugh. Like I couldn't wait to do Fire on Fire because I found it hilarious. And then we nailed the ink color, right? Sometimes products do start with a name, right? And then you can kind of drive home you know, what color matches the name. So, yeah, that's a really good one to think about. I like it. Or like it. Poll the name. How would it relate to Pancake? It would dunk all over Pancake. Or we could just do like my friend Glenn HK is constantly sending me Hong Kong waffle stuff. Where is it? So yeah, Glenn. I had a sticker somewhere. Where is it? Oh man, it was a story. All right, I was gonna show y'all, but it was a story and it vanished. So anyway, look up Hong Kong French toast. I think Hong Kong French toast. It's crazy. You get a chair thrown at you for ordering pancakes at the Waffle House. They did kind of like subvert the menu many years ago and added biscuits, and it's wrong. It's just wrong, and they're not good. Like it's just wrong. They should have done pancakes over biscuits at that point. Like the biscuits are not good. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it here. Where are we at? Where are we at, Chad? It's like noonish. You want to try Waffle House so much? It's great. It's great. Like once. Yeah, Eric's on. Get those Model 7s up. True. So I told you it'd be like the next week or two. What I talked about before talking to Brian was how hard it is to like build the SKUs, and that's actually what he was working on last weekend. Was doing some of the SKU stuff, which is painful. Shout out Brian. All right, DW, thank you for sending the mail. I'll get them shipped tomorrow. Oh my God, is he doing a G's? Is Eric doing a G's logo again? All right, let's go see what Eric's up to. Yeah, thank y'all for being here. This was fun. This was a really fun, just like hanging out and chilling out day. Y'all hiring a website manager? Who? Me? I need one. Y'all are the best. Eric is pretty awesome too. So we're gonna go raid Eric, who does, if you're new here, he does some of the emotes. If you look at the Toby emotes, the Ink Pony emotes, he's done those emotes here on the channel. He does a lot of G's Crafty's emotes, does a lot of people's emotes. So have you tried Robert Oster African Gold? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh yeah, that is G's. All right, so y'all go watch G's Crafty's getting some designs done. Oh, he did stickers for Addy Jots too, for Stationery Stack. All right, there go say hey to Eric. He's pretty cool peeps. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. Bye.